Oh, it's so hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Howdy! You guessed it. The word for the day is humility. How amazing it must be to be humble. So what does it mean? What does that even mean to have humility or to be humble? One definition is that you have a modest or a lower view of your own importance. Now that doesn't mean that you think you're not important. It just means that you think that you're not as important as you could be or you probably are. Now, it's kind of the in-between of someone who's got the big head and thinks they're just the end-all, be-all, the greatest, the most important person in the world, and the opposite extreme of that of the person with no self-esteem that feels like they're not important to anybody. It's that in-between part is what it is. It's being in between. And actually having humility is a prerequisite to service. It really is. True humility results from understanding who you are and also understanding who God is. And humility allows you to serve wherever God places you and to do whatever God asks of you. Now, I sometimes consider myself to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none, really. I can do a lot of things, but I can only do a little bit of a whole lot of things. I can't do a whole lot of any one thing, really. I can do a little bit of plumbing, but not all of it. A little bit of electrical, but not all of it. A little bit of working on the vehicles, but not all of it. What about you? Can you do it all? What about when you get sick? What about if you get sick, so sick that you have to go to the doctor? Does that make you feel humble when you have to go to the doctor? Because you can't prescribe yourself antibiotics, can you? To get over an infection or something, you can't. What if you get a disease of some sort and you can't get over it? You have to go to the doctor, the hospital, and request medical attention. When you are sick or injured and you have to rely on a physician's care and you're putting your life in their hands, you're humbled because you realize that you are vulnerable. You have a vulnerability. And likewise, you are humbled when you realize that you are completely dependent upon God to heal your soul. You see, you can't heal your soul on your own. Only God can do that. So you must humble yourself. Now, our scripture today comes from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. And it says, "All of you serve each other in humility, for God opposes the proud, but favors the humble." God opposes the proud, but favors the humble. Now, all Peter is doing here is just reminding us to be humble. It's not any deeper or any more shallow than that. He's just reminding us to serve each other and be humble. Don't be big-headed. I do have a question for you today. And that question is this. Do you have the humility to serve wherever God is calling you, even if few people notice? And I think the last few words of that are really the key to humility. Even if few people notice. You know, when we first went into ministry, I was talking with my pastor at the time, which was Mike Ripsky. And I asked him a question. I said, "What does a pastor's husband do?" What's my job going to be? And his answer was pretty simple and straightforward. He said, "Well, whatever they need you to do at the church you go to." That's pretty much what he said. And he was right. Every bit of it. Every church I've been to, they have had different needs. And they have asked me to do different things to fulfill those needs in the church congregation. I've done everything from work in the nursery to working on mechanical stuff, to being part of the maintenance crews, to being part of the sound crew. I've been in the choir. I've been on committees. I've been on, you name it. I've been on just about all the committees in the church that you can do. And I've done just about every job that you can do in a church. But I did them all at different churches. So it's very true. It's very true. Sometimes God's going to ask you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. And it may not be a job that you even get a thanks for. Nobody may say thanks for it. So think about that when you're praying today. Think about the question, do you have the humility to serve wherever God is calling you, even if few people notice? Because it's not about you. It's all about Jesus. Blessings. I hope this has touched you in some way. If it has, please hit the like button and please share this. Please click the subscribe button and click the little jingle bell after you do that to make sure you get notified the next time that I upload a video. And I will see you next time.